Hey, what up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore,
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
and this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. Just want to give a
Uh-huh.
shout out to my real mic. You know what I'm saying? Went ahead and grabbed a real one.
Much more realistic.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I like that. We are at the end of the year.
Yes,
What's
we are.
2020 is open.
So, what? What's wrong?
2020 is over.
20,
Damn near. What's the holiday plans
you
besides
know,
treachery?
well, we going out to we going out. Can you hear me? We going out to Vegas,
No,
and
I can't hear.
we're going out to Vegas, man, and family's coming out there. We're gonna chill for a couple days, and then
Okay.
we're gonna chill by ourselves for a couple days. Probably go see the Grand Canyon, something like that. And then we got friends coming out on the 30th, and we're gonna hang out to the first. So you know,
Okay.
just a little relaxation, man, much needed.
Grand Canyon?
Yeah,
Like a
man. I'm trying to
this
find a place to do like the helicopter tour. Um, to see if we can just fly over because I really want to fly over. I think driving would be dope, but I also think flying over would be dope, getting the aerial view. We did it when we was in Hawaii, and it was super dope to see the whole island. So I think that would
Mhm.
be really dope. But since we're gonna have like 2 whole days to kick it by ourselves, you might take the drive. It wouldn't be bad to do the drive. So
That'd be dope. Helicopter. I mean, helicopter uh is fun, but you think that's still open during COVID and everything?
I don't know, man. That's the thing. Vegas kind of be doing their own thing. So
Oh, that's right.
um, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I heard like some of the hotels are open. Some of them be open on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then the other ones will close on um Mondays and Tuesdays, and they'll be open like Wednesdays and Thursdays just to like kind of spread it out. So I don't know, bro. We're gonna see.
Okay. Yeah. My parents have been seeing us going to Houston and on set. They haven't been really messing with us on the face to face thing. We had Zoom Thanksgiving, so I think we're just gonna be
Yeah,
Zooming with them also. But
I
Fred and
know.
I are, he said what?
I was gonna say I know your parent your parents be looking at you like he just won't sit. I love Patrick, but he won't sit his ass down.
Nah, it's
It's a
not my
couple.
fault.
It's a couple people I know like that. It's a couple in the chat. Dutch be moving around. Well, she don't be moving around. She just be going to work. I think her
It's
and
at
Lorraine.
least it's all work. I don't be doing all crazy stuff. Oh, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, but even that be having work in it. So
Uh huh.
it's
Mm-hmm.
usually work.
All right, if
Um,
you say so.
but yeah, me and Fred are filming today. We're decorating our tree and starting our second reality show actually, called The Glass House. It's basically like the staircase we did a few years ago. So
Oh yeah, I
that's
remember the staircase.
the holiday plans for now. But other than that, man, I'm just tripping that this year is over. As it's like the longest, like quickest year ever.
Yeah. Man, dude, like, yeah, I see you, Ash Pass. She ain't here gonna drop the moons because you know your ass be moving around. Um, it really is crazy how stifling the year began, and
Uh,
it was so much unsurety. And then for a lot of people, this was really a good year. And I said this, I think, on a couple of things. Like, it helped you prioritize what was important, whether that
hmm
be like, professionally, but also like relationship wise, like with friendships. Like, I've had a couple people I had to remove from my life, and it was really for the better. I didn't realize how much energy they cost me, how much time they cost me. I didn't realize how much emotional strain they were causing my life. And I'm so glad that I had this opportunity to do that. I'm very thankful for
it's definitely been a year of growth and because you had no choice. Like
it. Yeah.
you were either one of those people who were like, all right, I'm at the house, let me like change some shit or work on some shit, or you were just the people who spent the entire quarantine upset that you couldn't go to the bar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of just split down the middle, but I don't know. I'm thankful for this year. I feel like the world slowed down. I think that obviously the medical side of it, and the deaths and the sickness is horrible, and I hope we
Absolutely.
get through that as a people. But I think just in terms of all that aside, in terms of just being locked, the lockdown is has been good for a lot of people for sure.
Okay. I agree, man. I was trying to see if we could get a special guest on real quick. Um, because I was talking to him today, um, and he gave me some real bittersweet insight to what's going on. Um,
Huh.
but if he's not available, then I'll just tell y'all what he told me.
Okay.
He's a professor, and his wife is a doctor, and he's gonna text me back right now. Let me know if he can make it on. But
Okay.
um, he said that he's still helping his kid with his homework. Homework took a lot of time.
Okay.
Um, but basically, we were talking about the pandemic, bro, and I asked him just flat out because he told me about everything early on. Like he told me like when we would possibly get the vaccination, he was like, it's not gonna be before December. He's like, and realistically, people won't actually start taking it till 2021. And basically everything he said, him and his wife said, have come to pass. But I was asking him today, I was like, yo, so when do you think things are gonna get back normal? And realistically, he was like, honestly, bro, maybe fall of 2021. But he was like, that's not going to be
Huh.
everybody. He's like, that's best case scenario. That's like
Wow.
the USA doubles down on. He said that we missed the opportunity to get the vaccinations from Pfizer. So most of them went to the UK. We got 100 million vaccinations coming to the US. But when
Wow.
you think about the fact that it's a two-part vaccination, you have to get one shot, then you get the other shot 30 days later. That's only 50 million vaccinations, right? He said there's no way they're going to be able to create the amount of vaccinations that we need for the entire population. And that's assuming that actually people actually take the second part of the vaccination. If they don't take the second part, it can make things worse on their end and still
What?
prolong the process. Yeah, because you just got the virus in you. Like the second part, like introduces the virus to your system, lets your body, get strong enough to fight it off. And then the second part, I think, just is supposed to, um, what's the second part do? I forgot how he put it, but he put it a certain way. And I don't want to
Oh,
be speaking completely out of context because I don't know enough about it to really speak. I'm just basically trying to um, regurgitate what he said. But yeah, realistically, we're looking at fall 2021 before things possibly get back normal. But even still, like the vaccinations are going to go to frontliners first. It's going to go to the EMS, the police department, fire department, a lot of the politicians, doctors, nurses, all of that. All of them are going to get it first, right? Typical people, like people who don't have any standing in society. Not even saying like celebrities, just like people like
like
that. Like
connected.
yeah, we won't possibly see an opportunity to take the vaccination until maybe like June, July,
Good.
possibly up
I'm
to
not taking it.
September. But he was saying
I'm
it's another company called uh Madrian or Madrain or something like that. It's another medical company that has a vaccination and they are a little bit behind Pfizer. So they're going to roll theirs out, but it's going to be, a couple weeks to a couple months before we actually get theirs on the market. And he gave me that dose of reality. So it's like if you hadn't really let it soak in yet, which is crazy, you need to really start thinking about how you are going to pivot, how you're going to still be successful, how you are going to still be able to enjoy life and be progressive and productive over the next year. Because realistically, it may not change, guys. Like that's just the hard hitting facts. And sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, but sometimes people can hear it, digest it, and process it a little bit better than just going through it. Because I'm even still, even though I've been having a great year, I'm not gonna lie to you. There are times when I get frustrated. It's like I just want to go somewhere. I just want to go outside. I just want to see my friends. I just want to go to a function. But the reality is, this may be the norm for another year or so. So you got to learn how to wrap your mind around that hard truth. You know,
Are you taking the vaccine?
I am, well, here's the thing. I am very cautious because of all the history the Black community has with the politics and the pharmaceutical companies, right? The government just has left a really bad taste in the mouth of the Black community with all of the fuck shit that they've done, right? So one thing I can say is that with us being who we are and the front line is getting the first couple doses, like we'll have a chance hopefully to see how people really react to the vaccination. And 6 months down the line, if people are really showing proof that it actually works and the numbers are going down, and people really start to embrace this new life, what I'm saying, then I may consider it. But right now I'm in no rush. I'm like, I miss going places, but I also don't want to risk catching something bad enough to go somewhere. Like, I don't miss it that much. How about you?
Hell nah. Hell nah. No, sir. You know what I really think? I think it got too crowded. And now they dropped COVID, and now they're just starting to test shit. It seems like they're just experimenting on shit. Aren't they paying the first few people who take the vaccine?
I
Like,
heard that thrown around, but I haven't seen any hardcore proof that that's a real thing yet.
And
I heard that they were making it contingent for you to be able to get your your second stimulus. You had to take it, but I don't know, man. Like, I was in a
bribery.
clubhouse room last night, and someone was in there talking about it. The hidden agenda, and she was calling it the plandemic, and all of this was planned. And like, go look at the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment of the Bill of Rights. Like, she had a lot of stuff she was talking, and it was, at the time I was multitasking. I was typing something, uploading stuff, and listening, and I just couldn't pay enough attention. So I had to tap out. But it's a lot of stuff circulating around everything that's going on right now, man. And
Right.
I would just encourage everybody to read as much as you can. I again don't have enough information on anything to formulate an opinion or give anyone any type of advice on what to or what to not do. I would just say read as much as you can.
I agree. I agree. But speaking of holidays, any plans? Did you do your Christmas shopping yet?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. I did so much shopping this year. And the one thing I loved is not actually having to go to the stores like that. I've never been a big fan of going out to stores during the Christmas season, always too crowded. But this year, like, really gave me an excuse to not have to do it. And the fact that I was able to do it with Zebit, oh man, I saved so much time and I saved so much money. Okay. Because it always feels like the holiday season sneaks up on us, like every year. And if you're not already thinking about it, first of all, you're too late. Okay, you're behind. And that's why I also want to take this opportunity to tell you guys about Zebit. All right. With Zebit, you can shop thousands of products from your favorite brands and pay for them over time. They have everything from Xboxes and TVs to tools to cookware, furniture, and Zebit gives you the option to pay just a portion at the price. I'm sorry, a portion of the price at the checkout, and with the rest spread it out over time in easy, affordable payments, man. This comes in handy when buying the electronics, the new TVs, the PS5, all of that type of stuff. Zebit it, bruh. Zebit it.
Zebit, Zebit is dope because I mean I went on there, and they don't got the PS5 or nothing, but
Mm-hmm.
I got the controller
Yeah.
for $489. That is a $100 controller. I got it for $489. I sent it to all of my friends who just got a PS5 for
Mhm.
Christmas, and I spent like $20. And it was just buying controllers up off of Zebit. So that's shout out to Zebit. All these, and it's dope that they can put you on a payment plan.
Yeah.
But all I paid so far on the first payment, $20, 4 controllers. Holla at me.
There it is. Zebit even has gift cards from all your favorite places like Sephora, Bath and Body Works, and even Foot Locker. So whether you're in a pinch and need that last minute gift, or you want to shop somewhere else, Zebit gift cards have you covered. With Zebit, there's no cost to join. There's no hidden fees. There's no gotchas at the end of the day. They give you a flexible payment plan and options, and it's an amazing marketplace. Zebit is the best place to start your holiday shopping season. So go ahead and start shopping today. Holiday shopping. Sign up at Shop on Zebit today at zebit.com/DIYS. Again, start shopping today at zebit.com/DIYS. That's ZEBIT.com/DIYS. And yeah, man, take advantage of that. You need it in your life.
Big old tubby shout out to Zebit. I
Yeah, man.
love Zebit. Moving right along, I just want
Mhm.
to ask you: Would you rather learn about almost damn near unbelievable animal facts, or just wild statements on the internet?
I think we
What's
should
up first?
start with the animals and then let's go to the wild statements on the internet.
Let's All right. Let's start with the animals. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and share my screen. Everybody likes bees. I'm a big fan of bees. Did you know that not only do bees get drunk, there are drunk bees. Okay, so when it gets too hot in Australia, the nectar in some flowers turns into alcohol. There's also some
Oh,
sap
snap.
that ferments and turns into alcohol. So bees get crazy drunk. They fly all crooked. They crash land. They can't really find their way back to the hive. But what's wild is that there are bouncer bees at the hive, and they all can immediately recognize when a bee is drunk, and they jump them. They basically, there's videos that you can find online. Obviously, I don't want to, those have flags all over them whenever you hurt an animal, but they get their legs chewed off by everybody. If they show up to the crib drunk and they're stumbling around, or they crash land, they get jumped and they get them legs chewed off. Or That's like the worst case scenario for repeat offenders. But they could just shove them around and not let them in until they've sobered up. And it's so crazy that not only do they get drunk or want to get drunk, they have the same behaviors as us when they are drunk. They're rowdy, they're reckless, they drive drunk, they're annoying, the hive is annoyed at them, and they just get beat up if they're doing too much.
I can't imagine like a bee being drunk and buzzing too loud, and the other bees like, man, shut the fuck up, bro.
Right? They're just like, here he come again. Like he came in again,
Buzzing
like
ass.
singing and shit. A lovely day, lovely day. They're like, ah, here it's good, guys. But they chew their legs off, and they just kind of just. I'm thinking about all those bees that I see on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and they just crawl in, and they don't really, they can't, they just seem like they're messed up, or they can't fly anymore. And
Yeah.
I feel like those might be either a drunk bee, or a drunk bee that got jumped before he could get back into the hive and got his legs chewed off somehow. Because I always wonder, like, how did they just naturally get their wings broken or their legs off? But
Bro, that makes so much sense. I remember seeing bees, like a bee would try to land on my hood. Like, because normally when things that can fly, they land on like they come straight down, boom, right? I remember seeing the
yeah,
bee like come over like that. And like he landed sideways. And I was like, damn, that's weird. Like I remember seeing it and thinking like this motherfucker acting like he drunk, right? And then he just walked around the hood for a little bit in circles. I'm like, my car is silver. It's nothing that like it's gray. It's nothing that would attract this bee. It's not a loud color. I have sap or anything on the car. So I'm like, why is he moving like that? And that's so crazy that you said that. I never knew that bees could get drunk like that. That's so
It's
crazy.
gonna be hard to not think about that when the next time you see any bee, because I'm just gonna be looking out like, is this nigga drunk? Like, that's just never been even a thought that came into my head when looking at any animal. Um, but this might be this
That's
might
so
be
crazy.
slightly crazier than that fact. This is about spiders. Killing spiders makes their gene pool a lot sneakier. For
Huh?
example, if zombies attack tomorrow, the slowest and dumbest people would die off, therefore making the human race stronger. That's obviously a theory, because there's
Right.
also other theories that says if there was a zombie apocalypse, everybody would be dead in 2 days. But it says, therefore, if you manage to smash a spider, you likely got rid of the dumbest one in your house, allowing the smarter hidden spiders to hook up and make lots of baby spider geniuses. Which is just like, that's just a funny thing to think of, because I always personally thought that when it came to fishing, we were just catching the dumb fish,
Right.
and all the other fish were just looking at it, the damn like bait, like, nigga, that won't work. So it's just crazy to think that every spider that we see is just like in a dumb, because I be looking at spiders sometimes. They be just walking across the floor in broad daylight, or like halfway down a wall. And it's like, if you knew that there were humans, you'd be all the way up there in the corners. You could do
Right.
anything. So it's just funny to think that we're killing the idiots, and all the smart ones are like, see what happens when you go down there? Like,
Listen, I feel like as you get older, you start thinking with more logic, and your imagination kind of fades the to the back a little bit. But I swear, as a kid, I would be a kid in today's time. I would think about that. Like, I wonder when spiders get killed, do the other spiders be looking and catching it with their cell phone? Like, look at this dumb nigga right here. Oh, that nigga got spazzed like a motherfucker.
what did I tell you?
Webstar. The niggas put it on Webstar.
Stupid. It's like, I told you they always went in the kitchen. Didn't I tell you humans were always in the kitchen? Like, it's just like there's literally like gossip about what not to do as a spider. That's hilarious. Them having a little internet is funny too.
It's basically just a web. It's literally a web connected all.
Well,
And somebody just be like clicking it, like they be sending a message like,
that's even creepier than my facts. Like, do they have little phones up there?
yo.
This is actually the craziest fact to me. There's a dude named Don Carcos. He fought in World War II, and he was hit with shrapnel and blinded in his right eye. By the way, I fact checked these. This dude, he was literally like very young, and a ship blew up, and there was just twisted metal flew everywhere. It hit him right above the right eye, completely blind. 64 years later, this dude was 80 something, I think 82. He was working with his horse. The horse headbutt him in the forehead so hard. He hit the wall. He said he's never been hit that hard in his entire life. And he was just walking down a hallway, rubbing his good eye, and then all of a sudden he could see. It literally restored his vision completely, which is wild, because he was completely blind in that eye, and they said, do you want us to take the eye out or not? He was like, I'm gonna just keep it in just for looks.
Right.
And this horse literally headbutt him back, like it was like when the Windows restarts, like it gave him like a hard reset, and his eyesight came back. And I'm just like, how
Yo,
the hell does the brain work?
yo, that it might have just been like a blockage. Like it was literally a piece of shrapnel still there in between, and the horse headbutt, and it just fell. And so now it's like boom, like.
Lost connection.
But
It was
here's
like
the thing,
Wi-Fi
though.
connection.
Here's the thing. Me and that horse still got to fight, because even though I got my vision back, my nigga, why you headbutt me? If I'm taking care of you, I'm giving you sugar cubes and hay.
Divine intervention. Now, horse.
Hey, that horse still got to see me, bro. Like, it ain't no getting around it, bro. You headbutted me. What's the problem, fam?
No. It's not for the people in the comments. It was not the horse kicking him in the head. He would have died.
Oh,
The horse lowered his head into this dude's head. This dude's 82 years old. So this was 60 years after he. I thought when you lost the eyeball, that eye was just dead.
mm-hmm.
But that just opens up a lot of questions about the human brain. Like, was that eye just working the whole time? It just needed to be unplugged and plugged back in like a Wi-Fi router. Like, how does that work? The dead eye was just sitting there with a loose connection for over 6 decades. That's insane. I would like the horse. I would be real appreciative of the horse. I mean, obviously the horse didn't know what he was doing, but
Right. That's crazy. I man, I don't know. I feel some type of way. I'd be so thankful and so grateful, but I still would feel some type of way, man. That's crazy. 64 years later, you went 64 years like this. You Fetty Whopped it for 64 years, and then all of a sudden,
right. 80 years old though, like damn, that's kind of late. You just gonna get. I mean, he died almost. He's died since then, but
yeah,
that's just like a random time to get your sight back. But I mean, that's still pretty cool.
yeah,
Brain
hell
is
of a story, hell of a story. I mean, we talking
if
about it
any,
years later.
if anything.
Yeah,
Um, what else? What else we got? That was the last animal fact. But the last animal fact is that it's yesterday was Hazel's birthday, my dog. So Scary
hey,
Squad, let me see them little dog emojis.
I saw you. You really went on a shopping spree with the dog yesterday, man. I was going through
Mhm.
your stories. Hazel looked happy. She looked back and she was smiling. She was sitting on the pillow. She was like, "Hey, yeah." She got a little ball. She was like, "Yeah, I like this little plush toy." You took her all
She
out.
got she got all the presents, all the treats. She got 2 new beds. She got Christmas presents. She got this giant bone with a bed and like all these little Christmas squeak toys.
Mhm.
It was lit. We got her this new thing that PetSmart sells. It's like a dog liquor. It's super weird. Have you seen that?
No.
Cats have it too. It's literally like this fluid that is completely all natural, and it kind of like gets them turned up. It's like a dog catnip, and
Oh,
they can literally like drink it, and they can get like lit. And she was like jumping around. We was taking shots together. We got super drunk, passed out, and she had a whole bunch of nigga dogs over. It was crazy. She was, but the only reason we were able to wake up and do this podcast today was because of DHM.
yeah. Hold
I
on,
like my transitions to be trash.
yeah.
Uh, but shout out to DHM Detox. They have been sponsoring us forever. This is 2 pills that you can take when you are out on a night of drinking,
Yeah.
or if you're just drinking too heavily, and you are literally good the next day. They use science to help boost your body's natural response to alcohol, breaks down all those toxins, and you don't feel anything the next day. You are good to go. DHM is so dope. They actually sent me a Christmas package. Did you get yours yet?
Yeah, I got
They,
that too.
they sent me a Christmas. They had like a hat, an extra thing, DHM Detox, and they actually have a new hydration replenisher that they sent also, and I'm really excited to check that out. But yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah.
They are here to help you maximize life's moments. This is literally the vitamin for people who like to enjoy their drinks. So you can enjoy all your holiday drinks this year and get back to doing what you love the next day without feeling awful. No more Sunday scares, as they like to say. No more
Mhm.
feeling like garbage. I've hiked after heavy nights of drinking. I would wake up at 7 a.m. and literally went hiking. So definitely one of our favorite brands, and it is a risk-free purchase. So if you don't love it, they will actually refund you on your first box. So just give it a try. You literally have nothing to lose. What you thinking, Tahir?
I'm loving it, man. Y'all know how I feel about DHM and why I still be rocking with it heavy. But we want y'all to check it out and see what you think as well, man. Right now, we got you 25% off your first order and free shipping in the US. Just head over to nodayswasted.co. That's I'm sorry, .co, not com, .co slash DIYS 25. And then use the promo code DIYS 25 at checkout. So again, head on over to nodayswasted.co slash DIYS 25 this week only. All right. And you get 25% off and free shipping. You have to use the promo code DIYS 25 at checkout. And we're going to make that happen for you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. By the way, there's no dog liquor. Everybody's wondering about this.
Oh, you just
that was a very cheap way to get into that transition, and I'm not upset about it. I'm not upset about it.
I really was like, yo, that's crazy. I was like,
sounds like a cool idea. It sounds like dog abuse a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, wait, what? That's crazy.
Yeah, just forcibly or unknowingly get your dog drunk. I want to talk about. I don't know if this is the world's luckiest man or the world's luckiest unluckiest man. But I do want to talk about this dude. His name is Frank Selick. Now his stories are you know what? I'm gonna take it off because I just want to read everything that this dude claims that has happened during his life. Some of it was before any some of it was a long time ago, so documentation is a little iffy. A lot of people do not believe him, but he has gotten famous because of the stuff that he can prove. Now, his name is Fran Selick, and he's had a number of things happen to him over his life, and I'm just going to read you 7.
Okay.
So the first one is he had never been on a plane before, but it was 1963. He was 32. He just had word that his mother was ill, so he had to fly from a place called Zagreb to Rijeka to see her. The earliest flight available was already booked, but Selick said he managed to persuade the sympathetic airline to let him sit in the plane's rear with the flight attendant. I wouldn't even attempt that. Selick recalled that his first experience with air travel went smoothly until shortly before landing when the unthinkable happened. One of the plane doors somehow flew open, and he said 1 minute we were drinking tea, and the next the door was ripped open and the flight attendant was sucked into midair, followed shortly by me. He said the plane that they were on crashed. The flight attendant, 2 pilots, and everybody on board had been killed, and 17 other passengers actually. And he actually managed to survive by landing in a haystack.
Dude, I need to invest in some hay or something. This is the third time it's come up today. Third time it's come up today, dog. What is going on, bro?
Hey, it's following you around. I guess you guys will see it in the next squadcast. But that was not it. Oh no. A year before the plane crash, he said that he was on a train that derailed and crashed into an icy river. He said that despite suffering from hypothermia and a broken arm, he swam safe to safety and survived. In 1966, 3 years after the plane crash, he said he was on a bus that skidded into a river, leaving 4 dead. He swam safely to the banks and suffered only minor cuts and bruises. Then he said in 1970 and 1973, he survived 2 similar accidents where his car spontaneously caught on fire while he was driving and then exploded just before he was able to get to safety. If you think that's it, not year. 22 years later of no accidents, he survived being hit by a bus while walking. Then the next year after that, he was driving in the Croatian mountains when an oncoming truck caused him to swerve off of a 300-foot cliff. However, he said he was able to jump out at the last second and watch from a tree at a cliff's edge as his car plummeted downward like Tom Cruise and blew up. Obviously, it was hard for him to keep any friends because everybody said he was bad karma. His neighbors said that if he heard that he booked a train or a flight to anywhere, they would cancel. And he was basically like, either I was the most unluckiest man in the world or the luckiest. I preferred to believe the latter. But there's just one more thing after all of that. After all of that, he won the lottery. Now this is
That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on like the string of good luck. Okay, so now what?
he won the lottery for about 960, about $1 million. And obviously there's a lot of people who are kind of questioning some of these stories. He's an old ass dude, so there have been times he repeated the same story, and there were very slight details that were a
Yeah,
little bit different. Um, but he could just be lying. Who knows? I
could
mean,
be,
there are
but it
people
has
who
to be like
survive.
it has to be some type of record of the plane crash. Like if him and the pilot got sucked out and he survived, they got to be record of that,
Right.
as well as the train derailing and dumping into an icy river. Like usually they put like such and such survived this horrible incident. Like they didn't put him. I don't know, bro. Like
That's the one thing. I mean, he did win the lottery, and maybe he just gave a crazy ass backstory. But there are a couple people saying that there is documentation of some of these, and not really any enough documentation to prove that a lot of this other stuff is true.
yeah,
So obviously he has his, but that it's crazy that this is his headline. Like this is what he's famous on the internet for. He
that's crazy. I can't even imagine. Like, I can understand how he wants to look at that from being lucky, but it's like, bro, nobody. It's lucky you surviving these things, but nobody else is going through this. Nobody else has this story at the
right,
cocktail party or at the office party, holiday
right.
party. Like nobody else is like, yeah, man, it's crazy. I almost got a ticket, but the cop let me go. You think that's something? I got sucked out of an airplane.
It's like you don't even want to talk to him about. You don't even
Right.
want to compare stories. It's just like, you know what? Never mind. I don't even want to tell you my day. That's for sure sounds like the Boo Capone of whatever country he from. That dude that's just like, I survived. I jumped out of a plane and it exploded and I survived. And you're just like, shut up. And then you see some documentation like, oh shit, that might actually happen. Like it's just
Yeah,
a weird old person mystery.
man, that's that's wild as hell. I can't even imagine that having to deal with that. Like you every day you go outside, you're just a little nervous because you don't know how it's gonna pop off.
Right? I mean, that's just stacked PTSD every single time. You just though, like I feel like any one of those situations by itself would have you waking up in the middle of the night. But all of those, like it's damn near like, damn, what am I going to even dream about tonight?
Man, I staying in the house, getting a bubble wrap suit, becoming a
Bubble
mutant.
Boy 2020.
Man, something, bro. He don't need to go nowhere. That's all, it's
Bubble Boy
normal.
makes a lot of sense this year, though. I feel like watching Bubble Boy would hit differently this year.
Man, that was crazy.
That was it.
That
That was
was
that was
crazy.
that's a wild one. Here's this last one on just the theme of good luck. Have you ever heard of Sarah Rector or the Rector House?
Nope.
This is actually a crazy story about the richest black girl in America back in the day. This was like an impoverished slave black girl. Not she was a slave, an impoverished black girl who became a millionaire oil baron when oil was discovered on the land allotted to her by the government, and it was like bullshit land too, obviously.
Right.
But it's crazy. I was learning about her today, and she was just kind of like this super poor girl with her family, and she was her dad was actually a slave, and they got sort of like involved in the Muskogee Creek Indians, and they basically a parcel allotted Sarah to relocate in Glenpool, which was 60 miles away from where all that was happening. And
Okay.
it was considered inferior soil, not suitable for farmers,
Right.
just bullshit land that with better land being reserved for white settlers and members of the tribe. So they were kind of just like, they weren't in poverty, but they weren't like, they didn't have no money. And then they just randomly they wanted to sell it, didn't go through. So to cover the expenses of it, they hired the Standard Oil Company to come through and just drill a well on the property, and it produced a quote unquote gusher that began to bring in 2,500 barrels of oil a day. And back in that day, this is
Hey.
1913, a day. 1913, they were getting $300 per strike, and basically they got so much money that they were declared. She was declared a white person, and I didn't even know that was a thing. They were she was getting royalties. And back in that day, when you were getting that type of money, the government assigned you a well-respected white guardian.
What does that even mean?
It's wild. Like, this was a part of history I didn't even know about it. It said the law at that time required full-blooded Indians, black adults, and children who were citizens of Indian territory with significant property and money to be assigned well-respected white guardians. So she was assigned changed guardianship from her parents to a local white resident named TJ Porter. And she just started getting crazy amounts of royalties. Her wealth spread, news of her wealth spread worldwide. Everybody started asking her for loans, money gifts, marriage proposals, even though she was 12 years old. Given her wealth in 1913, the Oklahoma legislator made an effort to have her declared white so that she could ride in first-class cars, trains, all this kind of stuff. And what's crazy is, you think that, she'd be killed, or like some white person would come through and like take everything from her.
Yeah.
She was kind of just rich her whole life, hella comfortable life, not a bad ending. She got married, divorced, as rich people do.
Right.
She owned stocks, bonds, millionaire by the time she was 18. Hella businesses, 2,000-acre piece of prime river bottom land. And yeah, she just lived comfortably, died at 65, which I guess back then was great.
Yo,
And her
now I
house is
get
still there.
now I
You
get
said
the
what?
whole guardianship thing. Now I get the guardianship. That makes more it makes more sense.
What?
With her being so young. I
Yeah, but what about her parents?
right. I thought she was. At first, I thought you were saying that she was grown and she had to have like a white handler. So everywhere she went, she had a white handmaid or something like that at first. But
No. It says that wasn't why. Because remember, it said full-blooded Indians, black adults, and children who were citizens of Indian territory with significant property and money to be assigned well-respected white guardians. So it was damn near like they just needed like a white person to watch to make sure that they, and probably was taking some shit here and there. But
yeah, of course.
this was just a crazy story. I never heard about it. Her house is still there. It's called the Rector house. And she said she had a great life. She had crazy cars, nice clothes, had lavish parties with like celebrities like Count Basie and Duke Ellington. She was the shit. And it was all, it's nuts.
What's crazy to me, well, not crazy, what makes me wonder, well, first of all, let me say this. If I had crazy money like that, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The type of shit I would have in my crib would blow your mind. And it wouldn't be nothing like, of course I would have art and shit like that, but I would have a room like literally just for cereal. I would have a cereal room. And as an adult, bro, listen, as an adult to go in the room and just have all the cereal as you ever wanted and you grew up on, and I mean, it would be dope. But like now I'm a little older, so I can't just be eating that same stuff. But now my cereal room would be full of Magic Spoon. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because eating cereal, like, there's no wrong time to do it. It's always a good time. You never eat a bowl of cereal and feel like you're stuffed. So it's like perfect for desserts when you just want a little something sweet after a meal, or you wake up in the middle of the night, you just want a little something sweet. Cereal is perfect for that. And I want to give a big shout out to Magic Spoon because they check all the boxes. I mean, it's 0 grams of sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams in each carbs in each serving. And so right now it's super dope because a lot of you guys were asking like if you could do your own variety boxes, and now you absolutely can. You can choose from the cocoa, the fruity, the frosted, the blueberry, and now they have the new flavors, including the peanut butter and the cinnamon. And y'all know how I do. I like to mix it. So I would try the cinnamon and the cocoa, or the cocoa and the peanut butter. That'll taste like Reese's. You know what I'm saying? You try the frosted and the cinnamon, the fruity and the blueberry. Bro, it almost tastes too good to be true. And for everyone that might have strict diets, just keep in mind that it's keto friendly, it's gluten free, it's grain free, it's soy free, it's low carb, and it's GMO free, man. I've been eating Magic Spoon for a couple months now, actually more than a couple months, a lot of months now. I have friends that are on keto and they love it. They be like, yo, you got any extra boxes? I'm like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I got to order some more, but it is super dope. You guys will love it, especially if you're taking your health more seriously. And also, you're getting a person of a certain age, you got to watch what you're putting in your body. Your body's a temple. So if you're interested in checking it out, which I encourage you to do, go to magicspoon.com/DIYS and build your very own custom variety box. Try today. You will not be disappointed. And be sure to use our promo code DIYS at checkout to get free shipping. Again, that's magicspoon.com/DIYS and use the promo code DIYS for free shipping. And Magic Spoon is so confident in that product, it's back with 100% happiness guarantee. So if for any reason you don't like it, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. Now, I know some of y'all be like, I ain't trying this stuff. We actually have people, I think Ash is still in here. Yeah, she's in here. She just posted right on the Dutch. She buys Magic Spoon religiously. She always uses our promo code. So appreciate her and appreciate everybody else that has checked out Magic Spoon and continues to support our sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
Love it. You might be onto something with this cereal room, though.
Hey, bro.
That might be in my actual goals. That sounds fire.
Yes, I'm all about it, bro. I'm all about. Listen, man. If you if you amass a certain amount of money by a certain age, earlier than you expected to, and way more than you expected to do, you gotta live out a couple of luxuries, dude. Like the only thing that scares me about like the money and stuff like that is having the wrong people around you, dude. Like, cause I always think about like how you said, oh girl, she got married and divorced like rich people do. Like that's the like why are people like getting divorced like that? And is it because they married for the wrong reason? Or they marrying people who married them for the wrong reasons? Is it because they don't, they're people pleasers and they don't like to say no? Like, what is it about the money? I know money gives people a certain sense of confidence and a certain sense of inferiorness to everyone else, or makes everyone else feel like makes you feel like everyone else is inferior to you. Kind of gives you like the God complex. But is it that, or is it just like upbringing? Is it a way that you were before you had the money? Like, I know it's so many things that go into it, but
it has to be a mixture of both.
Yeah,
it has to be.
It makes me wonder, man, and that's why I try to keep the right people in the circle. That's why I run step by a couple different people depending on the situation, because like I don't want yes men in my life. I want people that's gonna be like, nah, dog, you tripping. You shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
and because like when shit goes crazy, like you got to run something by somebody. You want somebody that's gonna give you an honest opinion. And I'm glad that I made friends before I started to like blow up, so I don't feel like people are just in my life to tell me yes and yeah, man, do that. You can forward it. All that shit. It's not even about forwarding it. If it's not a good idea, it ain't a good like. I don't give a fuck that I can afford an ostrich farm. What the fuck am I gonna do with an ostrich farm out in LA?
Right. You know what's crazy? Like, I don't know if it was always like this, but you can tell who's surrounded by yes men and who doesn't, you know what I mean? And it's obviously the extreme examples are the most obvious, but you can always tell when people do not have the right people around them. And it's weird from outside optics
Mhm.
looking in, just with them releasing what they release, you can tell that kind of stuff. So
Absolutely.
it makes no sense to even put yourself in that position if it's not even sneaky.
Yeah. I keep some real ones in my life for that. I got a homeboy right now that they tell me I ain't shit. Like I could literally have 4 movies in theaters. I can have 2 hit shows on Netflix and Hulu. And then here I still call him. I'm like, what up, boy? He's like, man, shut the fuck up. You ain't shit. And I just was like, man, that's a real one. And he'll like, don't get me wrong, he'll give me my accolades. He's like, yo, I'm really proud of you. I love what you're doing. But like just to start off, one year this motherfucker called like 50 of my friends and had them all reach out to me and say, happy birthday, you bitch, and then hang up on my ear. Like that's the type of friends that I have. Those
That's
are people
tight.
that's always gonna hold you down, though. Those are people that are always gonna keep it real with you. And like I love the fact that he's not a person that will ever let money sway him. So he's not gonna be like, yeah, man, you
So,
bought me a car, I appreciate it. Yeah, you should just do whatever you want. He'll be like, nah, man, you could take this little funky ass car. I was doing straight without your bitch ass car. Now, what I said, motherfucker, that's the shit you talking about is stupid. And I feel like you need people in your life that'll keep you grounded and
mhm,
humble like that. So
right. At least you thinking about it,
yeah.
'Cause even if that's, obviously it's the whole you ain't shit is a joke, but it's like
Mhm.
it's even good to keep people in that mind state, just like, oh, should I watch this again, or should I, rewrite this, like even that mindset, even if they're not right, even if they're like, even if what you had is good and they're just like, nah, just you being on your toes is
Mhm.
good, as opposed to everything you produce is just like, yeah. That.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. Like, I feel like you're one of those people. I feel like Kev is one of those people. Meg is definitely one of those people. Meg would set some shit
Uh-huh.
down in a heartbeat. And I appreciate that because Meg is so authentic. You know where it's coming from. You know it's not coming from a place of hate. You know it's coming from a place of she wants you to do the best that you can. And if she feels like you're not putting out your best product or you're not on your game like that, she's gonna call you out on it. So I love that about her. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mega Meg.
essential.
Mega Meg. Well, since we're already on the topic of real and fake, let's talk about some bad advice, some shifty friends, all that.
Mm.
Um, so we got the city girls giving giving some advice,
Oh, really?
giving some responsible advice, and that's exactly who you should be getting it from. But this was tweeted, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on it. If you have never been pregnant, then that vagina is garbage. Uh, Definitely city girl sounding advice, or a statement. And I remember just reading this like, damn, wow,
Right,
that just shows like a wild mind state, right?
right.
That is
What? All right, so a couple of things. First of all, um, she has since come out and said that this was a joke. She was like, "Y'all,
yeah.
the tweet was a joke." You know what I'm saying? She was just, you see the memes out, like you ain't never been played. I saw one. What's his name? Justin LA. That guy.
uh,
His memes are hilarious.
yeah,
So I feel like it was along the lines of that after she came out with it, but it's
the
like,
amount of
man,
agreement,
huh?
the amount of agreement
Right.
under this
Like,
tweet.
yeah, like there are people that like there are people that feel like, you know what I'm saying, if he ain't ever left it in, if a nigga got skedaddle on out of there, like, yeah, let me get on, let me grab my bags, get on out of here.
That is that's not responsible. That is not responsible. I just
But
wanted to throw
the
that out.
tweet in itself doesn't scream responsibility. You know what I'm saying? The
No,
tweet is not, it's not screaming, hey, listen, this is what you should do to be responsible. It's basically just saying you ain't shit if you ain't never been pregnant and your pussy is garbage. Now,
hey, that's a big claim.
Here's the thing: if I heard it in the comedy club, I would die laughing. When I read it, I chuckled a little bit. But if I heard it in the comedy club, coming from like if Todd Davis said it, she was like, "I'm just saying, if you ain't never been pregnant or you ain't never had a scare, bitch, your pussy is garbage." Because that's how Todd was saying. I'd be like, "She ain't lying. She ain't right, but she ain't lying."
Not right, but yes, absolutely. In a stand-up setting, that is great. Rapper setting, not so much.
Yes, yes, not at all, man. Don't be strict.
People take rapper bars as the gospel.
Yeah.
This one is really just an RIP to my man in the friend zone. The caption is, "I can't make this shit up." The girl named Chantel, she says, "Hey, can I ask you something?" He says, "Of course, anything." Question mark, question mark. You can tell by the emoji he thought it was about to get real in his favor.
Yes.
She replies, "Hey, I'm back. Hey, what were you gonna ask me?" "You're gonna hate me. I just needed a ride to my dick appointment, but it's okay. I got one." Rest in peace to my mans. So I just gotta know, what is the worst you and the Scary Squad have been friend zone? Because the fact that she called it a dick appointment is wild, but the ride is insane. Like, you ain't got an Uber. You wanted to save money with my man's feelings. That's really what happened. That is tragedy. It's a great tragedy.
Wow.
Wow. Yep. And the fact that he was the second option for that too, because she clearly went with somebody else. It's the of course anything that's the worst in this little block.
He was ready.
But
so she dipped for a second because he hit her with the two question marks. The two question marks came 10 minutes after the of course anything, right? That came 10 minutes. Then 20 minutes later, she hit him with the "Hey, I'm back." And he was like, "Hey." Because look at the time, it say red. The first message came in at 12:05. It said red at 1:05. That was an hour between the first message and when she read his stuff.
Yep. Yes. That's correct.
So not only did she friend zone him, not only was she gonna use him for a ride, she also be leaving this nigga stuck on a ... You know what I'm saying? He responded, she ain't responding back fast. Bro, he should have known that he's been friend zoned, because I don't think this type of behavior doesn't just start like first day. He had to know, but geez Louise.
And she got the ride, so she could have just said, "Nah, never mind." But she doubled back and was like, "My bad. I'm on the way to get dick. So you were my second choice, and I went with my first choice of rides, not dick."
This is the origin story. This is the origin text of Superfly. This is when Superfly decided he was gonna be a pimp for the rest of his life because of this text thread right here.
This is Shaft's. This is the original Shaft.
This is Iceberg Slim pimping at his finest. This is Magic Don Juan, Bishop Magic Don Juan. This is his origin story right here. This was it was letters, not a text.
They read that text and they started hearing that guitar, that birder, and they were just like, "Yeah, baby." They just stood up and did random black films. What were those things? What was that style of film called? Blaxploitation. Yeah. Blaxploitation. That's rough. That is, rest in peace to my man. And Chantel, you ain't shit for that. Also, this nigga has 294 other messages. So who is he ignoring for this girl? That's a lot.
His life is in shambles, young man. His life is in shambles.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Sheesh. Goodness gracious, man.
You know what he could have used? You know what he could have used to get Chantel on his bumper?
What do you
He
suggest?
should have signed up for Hawthorne, and
I was just saying
he should have signed up for Hawthorne, took the quiz,
the same thing.
got him some personal smelling cologne, maybe something for his skin, some shampoo, some body soap. Tell him about Hawthorne, Tahir, because I mean, I feel like this dude could have for sure used it.
Listen, man. I mean, what have we said that we haven't already said before? Hawthorne is essential for taking your male grooming to the next level. Okay. We're talking about, custom cologne, get a day and a night fragrance. Okay. They got body
Mhm.
wash, they got shampoo, they got conditioner, they got lotion, they got candles, they got everything you need to elevate your grooming, fellas. Now, here's the thing. I ain't gonna sit up here and try to sell you on something that I don't know about. I'm telling you about something that I absolutely am a fan of and use damn near daily. Okay. The body wash, the shampoo and the conditioner, that's in the shower right now, baby. Okay, I smell fantastic. Okay, with the help of Hawthorne, I've taken that to the next level. So I get the 2020 it threw everybody for a loop. That does not give you an excuse to not be smelling good and not to be feeling good and not to be grooming properly. Okay, it's time to step it up, fellas. I think Hawthorne is super dope and unique in the sense that they do ask you to fill out the quiz so they can find out who you really are as a person, as an individual, which is most important. You smell like an individual. You don't smell like no one else. Okay, so when you actually do go out and you have to make a run, people get a whiff of it. They're like, "Oh my God, what is that?" They'll spend their entire life trying to recreate that scent, and you don't even have to worry about it because you got it. It is literally connected to your account. So you guys should definitely try out Hawthorne. It's perfect for the holiday season. Fellas, it'll help you take your game to the next level. Ladies, you can get it for your guys, and you can get him the gift card, and that way he can go online and fill out the test, and he can do it for whatever he wants. But listen, it's an amazing product, amazing company. I encourage you guys to go check it out right now. You can get 10% off your first purchase if you go to hawthorne.co. That's HAWTHORNE.co. Use the promo code DIYS, and again, you will get 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's hawthorne.co, HAWTHORNE.co. Use the promo code DIYS to get 10% off your first purchase. You won't regret it. Okay, you won't regret it. And they take all the risks out of it because they give you free shipping on your order and return. So if for any reason, any at all, you don't like your products, they will retailer them based on your feedback. So give it a try today. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hawthorne will keep you out of the friend zone. Shout out to the Scary Squad. Everybody's talking about the time that they were either friend zone or, according to Luella, friend zoned others. Um, Worst time you ever been friend zoned, to hear back in the Disney.
Let's see. I think the worst time I was friend zone was when I had locks and I was going to the chick to get my locks retwisted because I was crushing on her, right? But she did a dope job on the locks too. So I'm going to her. At the time, I'm dropping 50 in St. Louis. I'm dropping 50 for the lock and I'm still tipping. I'm trying to tell her, like, yo, we should get up. Boom, boom. So she finally agrees to get up with me, right? I asked her to pick, you want me to pick you up? No, I'll meet you there. So cool. Bet that. I come up again. At the time I'm working at Banana Republic and Journey, so I got the shoes and the clothes on lock. All right, smelling good. I just got my hair retwisted by her a couple of days early, so I pull up, looking good, smelling good, feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Walking to the bar, she's sitting there looking amazing next to her man.
Never one mention. Okay, wait. What was the planning like? Like, how did you guys plan? Like, what was the
Well,
what was the vibe like during the planning?
we didn't really talk over the phone or via text. We set up plans at the shop. So when I would wanted to come to her, I would hit her over Facebook for the shop, right? She never gave me a number. So, it wasn't like, we had a chance to talk about it, but also she could have said something like, I can't go out with you. She was just always hit me with the boy, you so crazy when I asked her out, right?
Uh,
Man, pulled up. And he was a great guy. It's one thing if I would have saw him, he was a bum ass, you know what I'm saying? He was a great guy. He saw me. Oh, must be Tahir, man. I heard a lot about you, man. Come on, grab. I already ordered us some drinks. I sat down there with him and I drank my drink and we ordered some more and ordered some food. And at the end of the night, I was like, hey man, well, thanks so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good. I got up out of there and I was like, motherfucker, he's cool. Like I couldn't even be mad at this nigga. I was mad at her. That's fucked up because she could have been told me, but I was like, this nigga is I see why she fucking with him. Like he's a nigga. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't motherfucker wouldn't let me put down nothing. He even paid the tip. I was like, this nigga's outstanding. Does he have a sister? Is what I'm asking
you. Wait, so it wasn't even like one of those things that's like, oh, somebody asked you out. Okay, well, I'm showing up. And he was like, yeah, what's up? You talking about? It was like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Because I already had a reputation in the city as being a comedian. So she was like, this comedian wants to go, you meet some people, I don't know. I don't know what guy she put it under, but yeah, so it wasn't like, I never push up on people hard, like, yeah, baby girl, let's go out. Like that ain't never been my style.
Right.
I was way chill, like, yeah, we should go grab some drinks. I always hang out here. My people are always, that's how I sold it, I think. I was like, yeah, my people always come here. So I'm always there and, catching drinks for my people. You should come on. And she was like, yeah, cool. So I'm thinking, she gonna pull up good, and I'm like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Make her feel comfortable because my people there is well lit, you know what I'm saying? So it's no creepy shit, right? So I'm like, cool, right? I go up there, nigga. She all invested in the date. I am third wheeling it, and this is the one night none of my homies are there. I knew the bartenders and the staff, so I still knew people, but none of my people was there, so I couldn't even like invite somebody else over to like be that cushion. It was just like
woo.
But this nigga was
how long do you think it was?
How long did I stay there with him?
Yeah.
Oh, about a good hour and a half.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it was kind of a good time.
Listen, when the drink started going, because here's my thing. I was like, I could have tucked tail and ran, and then it would have looked weird, right?
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't have done anything. And then at the end of the night, it didn't cost me nothing because like I say, he paid for everything. So it was just like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I got to hang with some people, whatever, woo, woo. And now like it's plain and simple. I'll never act, and I'm one of those people. Like I was very, very like religious damn near about like if I ask you out once and you tell me no, if you play me, I feel like you play me, I will never ask you out again. You
of course
get a chance to tell me no twice. So
right.
That plain and simple because like she had never told me no before. She was just like, you so crazy, I'll be working, right? She always hit me with that type of shit. So never ever. Woo. I don't double back, but this ain't no bus route. You know what I'm saying? Once I pass the stop, I'm out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's a one and done. So I was very religious about that. So she never had to worry about me trying to shoot a shot again. My arm is broke. I couldn't shoot a jumper if I wanted to.
Did she notice? Did she notice that you were like, yeah, just twist the locks. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. Here's your money. Like
that's weird. Oh, I was gone. I never went back to her again. Oh, so you ready for the put
okay. Damn. That's a pretty crazy one. I mean, I've had a couple girls, come through and to smoke or like, we go out and to eat a couple times, and I could tell like by the third, fourth time, fifth time, like, oh, you don't like me at all. Like that's probably been my worst. Oh, low key, one time in college, a girl who I was kind of already messing with, but not like really on a serious basis. I think some dude she met at a bar like smashed and like kicked her out on the street, and she tried everybody, and I was like the last person. So it was super random, but it was like right down on my street. So I was just like, all right. And I picked her up, and she was like crying, and I was like, you good? And I dropped her off it like down the street, and I went home. And it was like, I was like, was that weird? Yeah, that was probably kind of weird, right? But it wasn't like, it was never like no heart wrenching, like, oh yeah, the zone. Damn, that's intense. Showing up with your boyfriend is definitely a way to let him know.
Woo. I'm glad he paid because I did not have enough money at the time for all three of us. I had enough
that would have been awkward.
Then another thing nigga was like, well, what I'm gonna do? Like, I'm gonna get into it with some nigga who's obviously with her. Like, that don't make sense. And that nigga was huge.
Oh, really? I guess I
Oh,
never.
I would have got dog walk. It wouldn't even been a thing. Like I might have got one good hit if he did not know it was coming. That would have been
The first one.
And if he didn't go down after that one, nigga, then I'm like, before you kill me, nigga, let me give everybody my password codes and my passwords.
So it might have been a power move. Like, I whoop your ass, but hey, I respect you. Here's your drinks. I'll pay for it. Like, could have been, but not worth it ever. Rarely.
Never worth it, man. Listen. The stories I have from college and high school, bro, like that could be a whole nother show. Bro. Like I didn't
College
some of these
stories.
things I haven't even thought about in over almost 15 years, bro. Like some of the shit that happened, like way I lost my virginity, like nigga, it's yeah, man. Whole
For
nother
real.
show. Whole nother show.
I didn't even think about that weird ass night until just now. But yeah, college was a different time. That was definitely a different time. A
Yeah, indeed.
lot of random shit. One last story before we get up out of here, since we're kind of on the weird relationship vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everybody to not only know that this is a thing, which I knew was a thing for a while. I have just never seen it handled like this. So this is a dude named Memo from 600. He is an affiliate of a rapper who was just involved in a murder case. So he's kind of like at war right now. Um, Look at this. So, do you know what? I mean, you probably know what this is. Getting backdoored. Getting backdoored, not the sexual way.
I don't know what that means. I see
Okay.
Holiday Heart, and I'm thinking about the movie that Ving Rhames was in. Is he
Yeah.
saying that this young lady is actually a young man?
Oh, no. Okay. So I guess she peeped that he was in Savannah and hit him with the weakest scam ever. She said, "You in Savannah? We should link." That's it.
Right.
That's it. He obviously, I guess he knows the game. He was like, "Bitch, you tried to backdoor me, cry face, cry face." She said, LMFAO, yes, sir. Now, if you don't know what backdoor is, that is when a female pretends like she likes you, gets into your crib, or invites you over to her crib. You're expecting sort of like some type of sexual encounter, and she pretty much lets hella niggas in through the back door to either rob you, kill you, set you up. It's basically a setup, right? So obviously, beware of that. But I guess he posts this because he was just like, what? Like, first of all, the attempt was very, very weak. Uh, but then when she got caught, she said, LMFAO, yes, sir.
Wow.
Like, nigga, what? You were about to do what? You tried to backdoor me? This was at 11:20 a.m. Like, that early?
Yo,
That's
scamming don't take no days off. Scam, bruh. The same way niggas need scam. Ain't no. And see, that's my thing with like scammers, bro. Like they don't care who they hurt. Like there's different type of scams, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You got like the online scammers that are stealing people's money and shit like that. But then you got people like her who are scamming people under the guise of liking you, and then they let all these people in. You don't know what these niggas could do. They could just rob them. They could rob them and kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like people who scam over the internet, they feel like that they're faceless crimes because they don't actually have to see their victims. But you don't know the pain and hardship that you cause on these motherfuckers. This little young lady right here, bruh. Wow.
trife.
Wow.
And here's the craziest thing. Young Berg went on an interview. I don't know if this is true or not, but Young Berg, he's been in the industry for a minute.
Yeah.
He was just recently, not recently, but within the last few years, in the headlines for this happening to him. He was with some chick, and yeah, I guess like she snuck off, and then 3 dudes with guns came. And the craziest part about his story was when they started breaking in, she started stalking him. Like it all happened at once. Like she said that the break-in started happening. She started seeing niggas at the door, and he was like over here, like, yo, get back, get back. And she was like, bop, 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 bop. So she was like, yo, what the hell? Like it all happened at once. And then he said it was the same. This part's not funny, but he said that the whole Pop Smoke thing, same chick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same chick, same dudes. Like it's real out here. There are people that are really like looking at your story, plotting up on you. So I'm just saying that, tell you and the Scary Squad to be safe out there because this shit is insane. And some people are this bold. Like, not only were you gonna do it, you said LMFAO, yes, sir. Trife. Trife City.
Wow.
Yeesh. Be safe out there, y'all. That is my closing words, is to be all the way safe out there because you can't trust nobody. Just stay your ass at home and wait till this COVID shit is over.
Man, that shit crazy. But yeah, that was a great way to close it out. That shit had me hype as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching another episode. I've been your co-host, Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you next week on a new episode of Damn Internet, You're Scary.
Yeah.